to Giant Mega Fun Time, the podcast. I'm here with Little One.
Hi.
And we are remote right now. We're not in our normal space, our house. We are visiting...
My grandparents.
Your grandparents, yeah. So that's what we're doing right now. So hopefully this works out well. This is our first attempt at a remote podcast recording. I think it'll work fine. What do you think?
Yeah. Who's going to go first?
That's a good question. I went first last time. How about you go first this time?
Okay.
It's been an interesting week. What is something that you have liked this week?
I have liked going to the beach because we did that yesterday. Going
to the beach, yeah. What do you like about going to the beach?
Oh, I liked getting in the water.
Mm-hmm.
And the stuff that you usually do at a beach.
Yeah, just the beach. The beach as a whole is fun for you?
Yeah, the beach vibe. The beach vibe.
The beach vibe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. The beach vibe. How does it feel when you first step onto the sandy beach?
Hot.
Hot, yeah.
Burning hot without shoes.
Was it hot yesterday?
No.
No, it ended up being a really nice day.
Because it was really raining, so the sand got kind of wet probably.
Yeah, it was a little wet, a little cooler than normal. And how about when you first stepped into the water? How did that feel?
Cold, as always.
Cold, yeah. Yeah, it definitely felt cold at first for me, too. But then we stayed in for a while, and I don't know about you, but it felt pretty good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got in my mouth.
It got in your mouth. How was that? Did that feel good? Or?
No, it felt gross.
Well, how so?
It's salty.
Yeah. So it kind of just tastes gross?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's too bad. What are your favorite activities to do at the beach?
Getting in the water and digging in the sand.
Yeah, I like that.
And maybe someday when I dig in the sand, I'll find a treasure chest or something.
Ooh, nice. What do you think would be in that treasure chest?
I don't know.
What do you hope would be in that treasure chest?
Pokemon cards.
Pokemon cards. A Pokemon card.
And just 1,000 binders.
Binders for Pokemon cards and Pokemon cards.
The binders are full of rare Pokemon cards.
Nice. That would be a pretty special
and there's a binder full of Mewtwo's.
I like it. Did you enjoy playing in the waves?
Yeah.
Yesterday? Yeah. What were you doing with the waves?
Jumping over them and then kicking some water on you.
Yeah, jumping over the waves and then kicking them. That was fun.
And kicking some at you.
Kicking some at me, yes. You definitely did that.
I wanted to splash your face.
I don't think you got my face.
And then I
got my body.
And I got your body in mud.
You did. You covered me in mud a little bit. You said that was to help for sun protection.
But it was also just funny looking at you.
Yeah.
Your skin was
sandy and
gross.
Gross, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like the sounds of the beach?
Yeah.
Yeah. What sort of sounds do you hear when you're at the beach?
Waves. Yeah. Seagulls.
Anything else? People, maybe the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty neat sound. Pretty unique, right?
Yeah.
Where we live around a lot of rivers and streams, but that has its own unique sound, which is different than the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of, ours is a constant noise. Waves crashing feels kind of like a beat, a pattern. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like to search for anything while you're at the beach?
Yeah, shells.
Shells. Did we find any yesterday?
Yeah.
What sorts of shells?
Seashells.
Seashells.
You found half a coin that you didn't keep.
half of a sea dollar. Yeah, not a coin. But it was that was a shell. Did you know that?
It sounds like $1.
Yeah. It looks, I think they call it that because, you know how you've had dollar coins, right? How they're kind of big. I think they call it a sand dollar because it looks kind of like that coin. It's big and thick. Do you have anything else you want to say about the beach?
No.
No. Do you recommend the beach to people?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it is good. Do you want to take a turn?
What?
And ask me some questions? Oh, I guess I should say what I found interesting and loved this week, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have been, with all this downtime of visiting family, I've been playing a game, and with travel time and whatnot, I've been playing a game on my phone, which also turns out to be on the Switch, and
which is what I'm playing.
Which is what you play. It's also on Steam. It's on the Apple Arcade. It's on the Epic Games Store, and it's called Grindstone. You can find the website at grindstonegame.com. It's pretty fun. It's kind of mindless, I think, but it's more entertaining than some mindless games, and I'm playing it on Apple Arcade, and so there's no ads, which is amazing. Oftentimes mobile games have way too many ads, and they get to be annoying. So I'm happy that there's no ads.
Should I say what I've been playing on the Switch
on
vacation?
This is my turn. You should ask me some questions,
okay,
if you want. And then maybe we'll have some extra time we can talk about what you've been playing.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for him?
Yeah. What's the point of the game, and what do you do in the levels?
What's the point of the game? Well, it is kind of a mindless game. Those are good questions, by the way. It is kind of a mindless game, meaning...
I've seen you play it a little bit.
Yeah, you've watched me a little. You've been interested by it.
And I've played it a little bit.
Yeah. It is... Basically, you have levels, and you are a character whose name, I believe, is Jorg? Jorg? I don't know how you pronounce that. But you go around and you slice apart these creatures, and you're trying to get gems. And you can slice the creatures of the same color. There's red, yellow, blue, green, purple creatures, and so you can only slice the same color, and you have to... what you need to do on each level is a little bit different. Some of them you need to...
Defeat a boss.
Some of them you need to open a treasure chest. Some of them you need to defeat a certain amount of enemies.
And for the treasure chest, I think you need to defeat an enemy that ate it?
You need to defeat an enemy that has a key to open the treasure chest, yeah. So you can do that. You can defeat the enemy for the key, and then it opens the treasure chest.
But you have to get to the treasure chest, right?
Yes, you have to slice your way to the key, and then slice your way to the treasure chest, and then slice your way to the exit. And enemies get angrier and angrier the long it takes you to go. So your questions were, what do you have to do in the game, and what's the point, right? Yeah.
I just thought of another question.
Oh, what's that?
Do you ever finish it? Is there a final boss or something?
Is there a final boss? Not really. It seems like it's one of the games, there are a lot of these that just go on and on, so you could just, and that's what I mean by mindless. There isn't a boss. There are little mini bosses sometimes in each level, but you just keep going and going and accumulating points. And
I like games with bosses more.
Why do you like that?
Because if they have bosses, there's actually a point. Because otherwise, you could just keep playing it and not buy any other game, and then you would get so bored, but be like, this is so fun, but also so boring, and I really want to finish it, even though there's no finishing thing, and like you want it to have an end because you get so bored of playing it.
Yeah, I could see that. There is a lot to this. There are a lot of levels to this game, and I could see how, if you played for an hour straight, you might just start to feel like this is really repetitive. I'm tired of doing the same thing over and over.
Yeah, if I did that, I would just put my phone down or anything, even though I don't have a phone, and then I would just go to the Nintendo Switch and play that for a while.
Yeah. I think this game falls into, it's a good mobile game, meaning playing it on your phone, because it's a good game to play if you're waiting for something. Like if we're at the doctor's office and waiting to see the doctor, it's a good game to just pull out. Doesn't matter if you finish the level, doesn't matter if you get to the boss. It's just something that you can do to pass some time, which is kind of how I've been using it this week. It's been nice. We had a delay on our flight here, so, like that's a good time to play. Or
when have you been playing it? Because I haven't seen you. I've seen you like answer messages on your phone and stuff, but the only games I've seen be playing Nintendo. Those are the only games I've seen this week.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. It's just a good game to play randomly here or there.
Yeah, but when?
Ooh, that was interesting. We got interrupted by a phone call, and it stopped the recording here on our mobile studio. So what were we talking about? We were talking about, you hadn't seen me play the...
Yeah, I haven't seen you been playing Grindstone that much this week.
Yeah, I think I've been playing it quite a bit. We could look at my statistics on the phone. It keeps track of that. But yeah, I feel like I've played it a bit. You don't see everything I do.
Yeah.
So, and I don't see everything you do. It's just how life is.
I just thought of a game that I've been playing on your phone.
Yeah, what's a game that you've been playing?
Sonic Dash Plus.
Sonic Dash Plus. Nice. You want to tell us a little bit about that? Is that something that you recommend?
Yeah, unless you aren't that familiar with, like, Sonic or something.
Sonic.
Like...
Who?
The Hedgehog.
The Hedgehog, yes.
Because, like, it's kind of hard. And, like, it's hard to upgrade characters and get to the new level.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't get to Green Hills, which I find weird that Green Hills is not the first level.
Yeah.
Because it's like Green Hills is the main part of every Sonic thing, I think. Well, except the movies.
Huh.
Sonic and Sonic 2.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. But so this is another good... The Sonic game is another good example of it's a game very much like Grindstone, where you can just run a level. There's no real boss, right? You just keep going. You could just keep doing the same thing over and over again.
They're all bosses, but they're, like, really hard.
Right, there are bosses, but after you defeat the boss, the game's not over, right? There's no final boss, which is similar to Grindstone, but it's a good...
There's only 2 bosses with the whole game that I've experienced.
Yeah, but it's a good game to just pick up, play a little, put it back down while you're waiting for something. Like I said, like at the doctor's office while you wait. Yeah, Sonic is another good game like that. So that's it. Grindstone and the beach. Those are our favorite things from this week.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to add?
Yeah, so what I've been playing most on the Switch is probably Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild. Getting ready for Tears of the Kingdom, huh?
Yeah, I'm just trying to beat it as fast as I can, and so that involves going to like as many shrines as I can, and then I can get like hearts and stamina.
Nice.
And then I just want to go to Ganon's castle.
All right. A good last-minute addition the favorite things this week. The Beach, Grindstone, and Zelda, Breath of the Wild. There we go. It's been a fun week.
Yeah.
It's been a wild week, I think, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all right. That's going to wrap up the episode. Please like, heart, subscribe, follow, all of those things. Check out our website at giantmegafuntime.com. And, yeah, look out next week for another episode. Have a great week. If you have any comments or you have any favorite things, why don't you leave those in the comments? We'd love to hear about your favorite things, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.